sword?
I want a sword. We all want swords.
Idiot! We all have swords! We all start fighting.
Filming day one.
You're already filming?
Already rolling.
Oh, oh, oh!
This is Fletcher Wold. He is the amazing artist behind all the visuals. This guy is a beast of a videographer and a photographer. We've been friends for over 15 years now, so I was lucky to have him on the project because it really cut the costs for what should have been quite a bit of money. So we started planning the video around May of 2025. By that point, I had already been working on the album for almost a year, and so I had the songs all planned out and I knew which ones I was going to be making music videos for and making singles out of. So I came to Fletcher with the ideas for the videos, and I gave him a draft of my album and then said, this is kind of my vision for it, this is my ideas, and I had storyboarded the rough scenes for the music videos and said I kind of want it to feel like this and tell this sort of story. And then Fletcher took it and just ran with it. He decided on the angles and directed the crew and set up the lighting and all those different things. He even did some practical effects, such as like spraying film smoke in that empty room and as well as inside of the boat. We did the whole video in 2 shoot days, which is kind of crazy when you think about how many locations we did. I think it was 5 in total, but in the weeks leading up to the first shoot day, I was constructing a lot of the props. We were doing this on a budget, and I grabbed scrap wood from Home Depot and built a couple of things that you would maybe see on a dock. I wanted to get barrels and stuff, but it turns out barrels are expensive and they're hard to transport. So I made a cardboard barrel that didn't end up even making it into the video because it dissolved and fell apart before the shoot day even came around. But I got together with some of my other friends, Sam and Ben Thornton. They helped me design and create a big ol' wheelbarrow that ended up fitting a bunch of stuff.
Just cut out our little handle for our little wagon. Ben is over here, he's rounding out the first one.
So in ancient times, in ancient Greece, no?
It's like a 2-wheeled push wagon. That was like a really exciting part. When we started building that wagon, I was like, oh yeah, this video is coming together, it's gonna look sick. And early on, I did tell everyone, look, we're putting in all this effort, we're getting costumes, we're building props, and this is gonna be 5 seconds of footage. It's really unfortunate because there is so much footage that we didn't end up using, and I'm sad for it, but at the same time, I expected it. I know that's how filming goes, but it's just sad to see, all that effort. It's 2 seconds.
No, see, I'll just go straight through it. Coffee stain. It's a thing. It's a lovely stain.
Careful thoughts, heart of gold, reaching through injured souls. One of my characters was really important because I wanted to drop an Easter egg for the second music video. I figured this music video kind of falls in the same vibe and the same time period, if you would, as Clerk John, the story. And so I thought it would be fun to throw in the character who's running and huffing and puffing from the second music video in the first music video as kind of foreshadowing. And I'm telling you about it now, so if you didn't catch it, well, too bad. I'm hoping maybe someone does, oh wait, that's the kid from Clerk John, if they go back and watch the first video after watching the second video. But here I'm telling him, this is your role. You're a little kid who just got a letter from his dad, and you're going to see your uncle and tell him about what your dad sent you in the mail. So you gotta run by me and be really excited.
Yeah, and then you put him back over there.
back over
I'm
there.
the indecisive pirate.
Yeah.
I was like,
We had a bunch of teen volunteers from the art school that I teach at. They were really fun and really helpful and great as the crowd for the dock scene. They did a good job and they helped set up and tear down, and a couple of their moms came and helped set up. Some of these shots here, you can see like the fruit and vegetables and all that. That was provided by the costume and props person from CYT. That was a really cool addition. Thank you, Kimmy Olsen, for bringing a bunch of extra props to make it look just that much better. We got some swords from Sam and Ben Thornton as well, and some pots and pans and stuff from different people, and so everyone contributed in some sort of way. Everyone that you see in this video and off screen contributed to how this video came out.
Stepping up to the task, illuminating impact. I've no need to be scared of what lies ahead after meeting you.
After that initial big scene at the dock, it took a few hours. We all had pizza in Seaview, a little town off the side of the road. And then we went over to Ilwaco to get kind of a shot of an actual dock, and me walking up the ramp as if I had just gotten out of my ship. But again, that's a lot of footage that we didn't actually use, and it's unfortunate because, again, Fletcher's such a great photographer and videographer. He got so many cool things, but it just didn't. When I went to edit the video, I was like, man, I have this certain vision for it, and all this other stuff's got to get cut. But after that, we sent the rest of the crew home and just took the family and Fletcher to get a couple shots at the beach.
Pretty close.
you're getting pretty close too.
It's mating season.
Whoa!
That was the end of day 1. Day 2 didn't involve anyone else. I think it was also a week later. After that big day where we got all the dock footage, Fletcher and I just went over to the school building, which is where you see me in the big empty room. That's the room where I teach dance.
'Cause life isn't life without a special friend.
There's something about certain people that just bring a certain part of me out, and Fletcher is one of those people where I am just goobering and being a crackhead. And you'll notice in this video, every time we weren't filming, I was making so much noise and bouncing off the walls. What's funny is I was even goofing off right up until the point where I actually started acting out the part in the film. There's this part of me just flexing and then immediately going into singing the part that I actually ended up using in the final cut.
There it is. All right, ready? I need to just be ready for any of these beautiful BTS moments.
Getting the close-up of the piano playing was so rough because when I recorded the song, I kind of winged it, so it was very hard to even follow my own recording. I was trying to get close-up shots of me playing and make it look accurate, and so I was trying to play along with myself, and it was so frustrating, and we never ended up getting a shot where I actually successfully do the thing. And when I did successfully play the notes, the camera was out of focus or something like that, where we just could not get a good shot of me actually playing what you are hearing.
Okay, and go ahead.
My son was pretty young at that point, and we haven't really shown him on the internet, so this was kind of a surprise to everyone when My wife agreed to actually show his face for the first time publicly. But the trick was, he would usually get excited when he'd see me and say, "Ah, da da," like that. And that was one of his first words. When we went to the building to set up the shot after I got some close-ups of me singing and floating around me and playing the piano and stuff for the main portion of the song, we kept Christina and Peter away for the time of shooting so that he would, when he would finally see me, he would be really excited and be like, "Oh, it's Dada." So we tried to keep him from seeing me for as long as possible and rehearsing that opening door thing and focusing and putting the lighting all in place. But when we ended up doing it, even the first time he saw me, his unrehearsed reaction was just, "Hee," and then up. So we never got a dada out of him, unfortunately, but it ends up working out just fine.
Just strangling it.
The final location was in Kalama. I have been hosting swing dances at this building, and I asked him, "Hey, could I film a video here? It'd only take a couple hours." And so after we finished shooting the parts of the empty room, we bopped over to the Kalama building as fast as we could and set up all the props that we had. Again, thanks to the Thorntons, we had a lot of props from them, like big old thick rope and oars and pots and tools, and the oil lamp. Oh my gosh, the oil lamp. That was such a pain in the butt. We were sent an oil lamp, but I didn't specify that we might turn it on and actually use the real flame of the oil lamp, so we didn't get enough wick. So I had to go to the store, buy some wick. The wick was the wrong size, so we had to cut it, and then it wasn't burning, so we had to go get more oil. And so we tried shooting a couple clips without the oil, and so the flame was going out, and I was going back and forth from the store, and it was so frustrating, and the lamp is really old, so it's like falling apart, and we're just fiddling with this thing, and the location that should have only taken 45 minutes to do everything we needed to do ended up taking like 3 hours, and I was genuinely so frustrated at that point. I was like, "Fletcher, we need to get out of here." Like,
there.
I don't care what the last shot looks like, but Fletcher was like, "No, yes you will care, we're gonna stick it out." And he put in all this effort of like taping up his lights and covering them to make the room look a very specific way, and he sprayed the smoke in the room to make it look dusty, and he did such a great job, and I'm really glad that he made me stick it out because I was so frustrated at that point.
That baby, why does he touch the water?
Go get that baby.
I think that's a wrap, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's a wrap.
Let's go throw some rocks at some seagulls.
Yay!
Amen, brother. Amen.
Break those seagulls.
He filmed it all in 4K, which is awesome, but my computer couldn't handle it, so he had to send me some proxy footage in 1080p so I could actually edit it, and then I would send it back to him and he'd replace all the proxies with the 4K variations of the video. After I was done editing the video how I wanted it, I sent it back to him and said, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And there were some shots where, from his photography perspective, he was like, "I don't like the way I shot that. Could I change this and do this?" And so he gave me a list of things of his opinions for my editing, and then I adjusted a lot of them. When I sent him back the footage to turn into a 4K completed video, something happened to the proxies where they were renamed on accident or something, and so he had to go back in and actually retime all of the clips manually, which really sucks. We were hoping it would just be a drag and drop and export, boom, done. But we had kind of a funny mishap happen due to that. It happened twice, actually. And finally, the images that you see in the frames, those drawings, I actually drew those. Those are my colored pencil drawings. They're original pieces. Like I said, this album has been in the works for 2 years by the time this video was finally released. And so early on, when I was coming up with the concept of the album, I started drawing the pictures for it. And I submitted them to the art shows that we had at the school leading up to filming the video. So it was all planned, and I can proudly say that there was no AI used in the making of these songs or this album or my art or these videos. It's all raw talent and hard work. So thank you all so much for watching and participating and following along this album. Go ahead and check out the music videos, Christina and Clerk John. They're both out now on YouTube.
After meeting